scorecard is a way for us to determine, to measure, are we achieving the goals of priorities that we want to achieve?
In some ways, it's backwards planning. You want this result, and how do you want to get there?
The scorecard is super important to keep everybody on track and going in the same direction. When I first got here, we did a lot of SWOT analysis to gather information on where we were and then kind of decide where we wanted to be.
We involved several stakeholders through this whole process, from our school board to our administrators and staff members, and even some of our parents and community members. And so, the first thing you do is, all right, really look at what is it that you want to achieve as a district. So we came up with 4, which is students. First and foremost, we want to make sure that our students are taken care of. Second is our staff. We want to make sure that we're doing everything we can to recruit and retain them. And then we want our community involved. So it's important that we have community involvement through this whole process. And then our 4th one is our finances and our operations.
So one of the first things that we had was implementing and creating our own district curriculum. And basically we got, a group of teachers together that identified what is an essential for every student to know at each grade level. Then we started really working on aligning our curriculum first horizontally, and then this year we've started working on vertical alignment, just so we can make sure that we are covering all of the essential skills, and our kids are always going to be prepared for the next year, and that they're growing every year.
Being a numbers person, it's also nice to say that we've improved this much this year. And so some of the work we're doing this year is creating some baselines so that we know next year, here's some areas that we need to improve in, and here's how we're going to know if we did better.
This is a big undertaking, right? And anytime you implement something new like this, it takes time. I've been happy with the implementation, but as you implement and as you really begin to evaluate and monitor, you see adjustments that have to be made, right? To the scorecard, to the goals, to the measures. And so we've done that, and we will continue to do that, and that will be a continuous process. But I think overall, I enjoy it the most because it gives everybody a direction. Everybody understands, okay, what we want to achieve and how we're going to get there.
I think the scorecard also gives us an opportunity to really set the goals up front of where we want to go, because you can so easily get taken down a rabbit hole into something else, and then that might not be the thing that is most impactful to improve student learning.
You also have the state accountability system, which there are a lot of people out there that have questions about that, whether or not that's truly a good measure or whether or not a district is successful. So by developing something like this that's local, that's developed by the people in the district, for the people in the district, I just feel like that's something that's much more accountable, something that is a much better measure that shows us whether or not we're achieving the things we want to achieve.